Hello ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce myself. My name is Nadia Fitri Fajriah from University of Dar es Salaam Gontor. Now I'll present my paper by the title Mobile Application to Warning Computer Vision Syndrome Risk by Utilizing Ambient Light Sensor. With me, Nadia Fitri Fajriah, so Mr. Dihen Muriatmoko and Mrs. Resi Utami Putri, from Informatic Engineering Faculty of Science and Technology of University of Dar es Salaam Gontor. Introduction. In working or playing with digital device is already a daily activity. Hootsuite and We Are Socialite community said that the percentage of type of device used by the largest internet user is 98.3% is a mobile phone user and 98.2% is smartphone user, which the average user spending up to 8 hours and 52 minutes to access the internet in a day. This data is proven that smartphones have become part of human life in this era. The use VDT or Visual Display Terminal, or we call usually digital device, including smartphone excessively and prolonged can result in vision problem, namely CVS. CVS, or computer vision syndrome, commonly referred to as digital eye strain. The American Optometric Association defined it as a group of problems related to vision and eyes, caused by prolonged use of gadgets. In the United States, more than 143% million people use computers every day, 90% of whom suffered from fatigue. CVS prevalence reached 64 till 90% of VDT users and estimate worldwide suffered reached 60 million people. Among the causes of CVS are poor lighting and glare on digital screens. When we use a smartphone in the dark, the light emanating from the smartphone will be many times more glare and stronger than it's bright, while the text and image on digital device are made by a combination of pixels, where the brightness in the middle and the intensity gradually drops toward the edge, discharging the eye to maintain its focus. Plus, if the screen is too bright, it will further accelerate eye fatigue. The relationship between room lighting and eye fatigue and CVS risk is significant, suspicious, and also unidirectional. And that way, the intensity of room light greatly affects the level of fatigue experienced by VDT users. The room lighting standard set by OSHA, or Occupational Safety and Health Administration, is 250 lux. So, next is on NEKS, or National Environmental Quality Standard, is 300 lux. And the next is based on PERMENKES number 70 of 2016 is 300 lux. The intensity of room lighting is something that is quite ignored by smartphone use, and awareness of it is very lacking, and it will be quite easy if helped by the application, so that the application called Like-eye, which serves as a gauge of room light intensity by utilizing ambient light sensor on Android and as a reminder to users so that it's expected to reduce the risk exposure to CVS. Is research method. The stage of the study used the waterfall method. Waterfall method is working method that has sequential and systematic phase. This method must be carried out sequentially and according with the existing stage. In the stage there are 5 main stages. There are analysis, design, coding, testing, and maintenance. The first is analysis. The analysis performed include a system feasibility analysis, from technology feasibility analysis, legal feasibility analysis, operational feasibility analysis, and also economic feasibility analysis. The second is design. What is done at this stage is to design the software design to be the estimate or overview of the software before processing to the editing stage. And the result of this stage is to create application flowchart, use case diagram from application. This flowchart is describe how application run from the first application start to the end of the apps. And this is a use case diagram that is a representation of the interaction that occur between a system and its environment. There is only one actor, the user of himself, and he can to enter and use CVS menu about application, so looks matter and notification. At this stage, coding is done based on the design result from the previous stage. Coding used Android Studio IDE 4.0 with Java as its programming language. After the coding stage is complete, the application needs to be tested to find out if the application met in accordance with its design and function. And the tests used in this study include testing software, functionality with the black box, testing media export, and testing on the female student, and testing on the application user on the Google Play Store. This stage is the final stage of these methods. Complete applications are run and maintenance. Maintenance in the form of improving the application based on criticism and advice from the lecturer, student, and general user. Here we go to result and discussion. Based on the stage that have been done, the results have been obtained in the form of like A application that serve to help reduce the risk of computer vision syndrome or CVS, which utilize the pulled-in ambient-like sensor on smartphone. Product description. Splash screen is a display in the form of icons and application names. After going through the splash screen, it will be continued to the main menu page. The main menu is a place to accommodate some of the feature content in this application. Among others is CVS menu, looks matter, and feedback and also about. In this menu, there's an explanation of what CVS is, its cause, symptoms, and prevention in the form of writing source from the official website of the American Optometric Association or AOI. This is CVS menu interface. Looks Matter menu is the core menu of the Like Eye application, where ambient light sensor will start working. Is less than 250 lux, then the category label will show the word dim and will appear a notification that the room is too dim, as shown like this. So if above 1000, then the category label will show the word glare and will appear a notification that the room is too glare, as shown like this. So if neither is both or is in between, then the category label will indicate the word normal, as shown like this. So this menu is also display a standard table, at least the foundation, a start, a state in the introduction. In the feedback menu, there are two buttons. First, Rate Now to rate application on the Google Play Store, and the Share. So Share button to make it easier to share application link to the others. On the About menu that contains a brief explanation of the application and the team involved in the application creation process. Evaluation test result. Applications that have been designed and built need to be tested through several processes, like application tests using the black box testing method, and the results that have been obtained are listed in this table. So, the test is done using several different smartphone devices and can run properly and accordingly on all devices listed in the device as table. And this is the table. Test is done to check from the design aspect, image aspect, writing aspect, and also programming aspect. This test was tested to media experts at the University of Darussalam Gontor, and he is Ustadz Muhammadiyah Tasikmalaya, MA. The result of the submitted assessment questionnaire was 85%. This test is done to general study through questionnaires. The result of the questionnaires obtained the 71.4% of female students strongly agree that this like A application can give early warning against the risk of CVS by warning against lighting of room that is not up to standard as shown a figure below. The test was conducted to general users of the Google Play Store from 6 October to 21 October. The rating result of 15 users were 4.9 out of 5. And the conclusion. The study has success in creating a like-A application that serves as a gauge of room light intensity by utilizing ambient light sensor on Android and as a reminder to users so that it's expected to reduce the risk of exposure to CVS. So the result of functional trials with the black box method, it can be concluded that application can be used with a minimum software development kit or SDK, API 21 or Android 5.0, or we call Lollipop, and application can run well. So from the questionnaire distribute, obtain value 71.4% of female students are a sorority user strongly agree that this like-A application can give early warning against the risk of CVS by warning against light a room that is not up to standard. So this application can be downloaded via Play Store with the following links. So this application can give early warning against the risk of CVS by warning against the risk of CVS by warning against lighting a room that is not up to standard. Maybe till here my presentation today. Thank you for your attention. See you later.